this morning. It's still morning. This is the Mark and Pires Show.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way
to ease my mind, help my living. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's show is brought to you by the BeatSeat, the only drum in the world for guitar players. It is also a very powerful sensory therapy drum for anyone with autism. So check it out at BeatSeat.rocks. And if you check out the show later tonight, I'll be playing the BeatSeat. But again, only drum for guitar players. It's a one-man band drum, but if you know anybody with autism, check it out. It is something that's going to bring a lot of joy and connection to people in 2024 and beyond if they have autism. There's no other options like this. So check it out at BeatSeat.rocks. How are you, Helen? Good to see you. Sorry to keep you waiting. You rock. I'm so glad to see you here in the chat to start the show. Welcome, TikTok. How you guys doing? I see Family Love and Wanted Hero Superfan, Enterprise CVN, right? How you guys doing? Thanks so much for being here, Maria. Thank you for joining. If you can head over to YouTube, check out the Mark and Pires TV channel. We are on there. See if we can build this new channel out because the other one I'm kind of blocked off until Friday due to a strike for telling the news. When you read the news, apparently you get strikes on YouTube. But anyway, we're here today to talk about the most expensive houses in Connecticut. Now, I said Fairfield County because this is the most expensive part of Connecticut. I should have probably just said most expensive houses in Connecticut. But I thought we'd almost explore this, and if we go and you enjoy this, we can maybe do state by state and turn this into a series. So let me know what you think. What's interesting about doing Connecticut, I am a real estate agent, so I can actually show you the MLS. You're able to see what I see. And I think that's actually a very interesting perspective. Mostly you're seeing what Zillow tells you or what Trulia gives you. You never really see what the agent sees, but today you get to see what the agent sees. So head over to YouTube, Mark and Pires TV, and you can watch because I'll be bringing the screen on. Over here you get to see Joanne, and she's not much to look at. Yes, and she wheezes. We have Matt Zabrowski here as well. He is the greatest woohoo guy in the game. He's been doing the woohoo since '82. What's that, Zabrowski? I didn't know you were born in '83. That just killed the joke, Zabrowski. Killed the joke. Zabrowski's a youngin', right? So how's everybody doing? How are you doing? What are you doing this morning? Where are you in the world? Say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I wanted to start a Mark and Pires map. Where in the world are you tuning in from? You put yourself on the map there. Hey, it's Henry Collins. I'm here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That'd be pretty cool, you know? And then someone can say, hey, Henry, what's up? I'm also here in Oklahoma. I'm a fan of the Mark and Pires show, too. Let's go and hang out together and get a smoothie. A schmoothie, if you've seen my show before. You know, I actually like to call them schmoothies. So, Tally, Jay, good to see you. Silent Night, how are you? If you guys have anything you want to ask me along the way, please do so. We're about to get that woohoo and then into the most expensive home in Connecticut. For Matt Zabrowski. Can you hit us with that woohoo that you're known for? Woohoo! Right. I know you guys are like, I gotta get a Zabrowski woohoo. How do I do that? Can I hire him? I'm sorry. He's my guy. Got him under contract. Patrick, how are you? Mark Hoyle, how you doing? And Brian Frenzel. Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining. We're about to get into it. I'm bringing you into the MLS. Helen? Let's see. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, thank you so much, Helen, for reminding. DM Ryan, my brother, good to see you. Enterprise CVN, you're back. Hang out with me for a little bit, my friend. We're going to do the news, too. Comedy news happens after, but I've been live 1,856 days in a row today, my friends. 1856 in a row. So if you just found me now, don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. We have to get to 2,000 days in a row. No one's ever done that before. So here we go. MLS. Let me bring it up. I had it open earlier, so it's just looking at the most expensive house. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I'm going to show you what we got here. Let me bring you in. If you head to YouTube, you will see this. I wanted to play you while I'm looking. This is what I wrote last night. That That, by the way, is 432 hertz music. Every night I write 432 hertz music on the beats. Harder than it seems when you're walking down a dream, yeah. You're walking down a dream. Thank you again. It's much harder. Corky gave us this, he said, you know, I always ask you, give me a title or give me a few words and I'll write a song about it. Well, last night Corky writes in there, Walking Down a Dream. My first thought was like, geez, that's kind of Tom Petty-ish, but then I'm like, no, we're going our own way. We're going to write this. When you're walking down a dream. I'll get that edited for you, by the way. I'll be downloading it today. I started actually working on it already. So let's look at the MLS together. This is what I look at when I'm looking at properties for my clients. And say I got a call from someone, they say, hey, I want to buy the most expensive house. And I want to know what the most expensive house is in each town in Lower Fairfield County. So let's start here. Okay, we have here at the top is Darien, Connecticut. If you don't know about Darien, Connecticut, you should. It's very much... It's one of the most appreciated towns because it has the waterfront. It has the post road shopping. It's very close to New York City. So people who are trying to not be in New York City to live, but do have to travel to New York City, Darien's like the second stop. You know, you'd be Greenwich and then Darien. But now for some reason, Darien has become so popular. Just for example, I could run through some of the trades recently, but I want to show you here. 12/17/23, 12/7/23, and 1/22 just a few days ago. $5.5 million homes, three $5.5 million homes sold. So there's a lot going on in Darien right now. But let me show you the most expensive house currently on the market in Darien. It's $18 million. It's 78 Long Neck Point Road. And again, as I always mention, or I'll start always mentioning, if you do like any house here, or you do want to start looking at houses, if you're someone who wants to maybe sell your house and then buy a new house, make sure you reach out to me. I can help you anywhere in the United States of America to locate the best agent. It will cost you $0 to do this. And I always kind of think about it this way. If I was I'm not in finance. I would never go start a Scott trade account and just start trading stocks. I would make sure I get someone who does it. So you calling a real estate office and saying, hey, I need an agent. It's like me just starting to buy stocks. You're going to give you the guy who gets the lowest split, because that's the way offices work. The manager wants to make the most money for the company. So you call into any of my competitors or even my company in the town that you live, and you say, hey, I want to get an agent to list my house. He's not giving you someone that he has to give a huge commission to. He's giving someone that he can take a bigger cut for the company. And so you're not getting the right choice. What I do on my end is I actually set up the referral, and then I make sure that they're giving you the right person. Sometimes I'll even speak to several agents in order to determine who's the best agent. But we have a great manager of the referral network who does that already. And we're always finding people that match the client. And so I think that's important, because you could still call 3 or 4 offices. Hey, I want to, interview somebody to see if they could list my house. But let me be the 4th person. Let me find somebody. And so you can interview 4 people. If you happen to like my guy best, then that's great. Or my lady best. I don't know who it is. Sometimes it's a lady, sometimes it's a guy. We don't care. It's whoever is able to do the best job for you. And actually, some of the best women in my area are killing it. They're just unreal at this job. And I think it's actually, real estate's more about your connections. It's not even really about the job, because it's broken down to pretty simple stuff at the end of the day. There's paperwork, yes, but you have to be able to open a door, and you have to be able to explain what's in a house, and then be able to negotiate. That's the thing I think you need to understand, is getting the best negotiator. That's what you're always looking for. 78 Long Neck Point, Darien, Connecticut. This is 1.17 acres. It's on for $18 million. I just want to see, we'll cycle through the photos real quick. Wow. All right, look at that. Got, is it 14 trees right here as you drive up to the house? Pool in the back. It's got a attached, well, it's probably a 3-car garage, then a cottage there. Pretty. Cardello, I know that architect. See his work a lot. Robert. Look at this. So this is just guys, this is not even a real house yet. this is a rendering of what you can build. So basically what they're telling you is, if you give me $18 million, I'll build this house for you. Who the heck's going to do that? Unbelievable. Crafted with the highest quality materials after you give us the money to craft it. You know, we're going to do it. But not until you give us the 18 mil, you know, like, it's going to be crafted out of the finest materials. But, like, you got to pay for that? Like, I'm not going to do it. And then, like, you come in and you're like, yeah, I'll give you $18 million. Like, we want you to pay for the whole job, you know? And we just made it a clean 18, you know? We're thinking that's a fair price here. If you see on the screen here, this tells you how many days it's been on the market. 307 days on the market. There's a reason. In a market like this, you know, if you're not selling a property, it's the price. And this is absolutely the price. Let's look at a house that's actually complete. What's the most expensive house that's a house? Pratt Island. Here we go. $11,995,000. That's a view right there. Look at that, guys. That's what I'm talking about. You need to be spending 11 mil, 12 mil. I got to be sitting on the water. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I should have used that as my shot for today, you know, as the backdrop while I'm there doing the most expensive house. Actually, I'm going to save that one. I may adjust this photo afterwards. We'll see. Sometimes we do. So this is Pratt Island. Beautiful views. Look at that. Look at that kitchen. Hold on. I'm on that. Look at that. This extra detail up here, I don't really like it, but that's an extra detail that you definitely pay a lot of money for. Put this like honeycomb effect up there. I like these shaker style cabinets here. Beautiful work. This kitchen is absolutely stunning. I actually like if the contrast of the light blue here. This is a beachfront property. All of the artwork, everything is so well designed here. You could see they hired an interior designer for all of this. The furniture is perfect. Look at that. Look at the different styles here. Oh, look at all that light just bringing in the outdoors. These ships here, you're looking at ships coming in and out every day. These little boats. It's such a cool living experience right here. Hold on, look at this. First of all, wide open to the kitchen, to the fireplace, and then the views to the outside we just saw. Oh, man. I wish I could move this thing. It would be so much better if I could move it around. Let's see what else we have here. This is... so that's where you sleep. That's where you sleep. Like, okay, I didn't see the location really of that last property, the $18 million one. It's sort of in the general area of this, but I don't know what the views are because they really didn't show, which to me baffles me. Okay, if you don't have a house yet, you at least shoot the entire topography. You shoot some drone footage to show where this thing's going to be. What are the viewpoints? What are you looking at from $18 million? Dad, look at the floor plan, guys, and there's 14 trees. Like, that to me I have a problem with. As a real estate agent, you're trying to promote your properties with the best possible marketing experience. You want people to be able to walk through that home and see every detail in order for them to make an educated decision. It's a fast-moving market. You can't slow down and leave 99% of what you're buying out. That last house left 99% of what you're buying. You're buying that location. There's no house in Darien, Connecticut that's not on the water that you'd ever pay $18 million for. It's only $18 million because of those views that you didn't even get to see, like this one. This is the view. This is what you want to show when you're selling a house for $12 million, $18 million. It's all about the water. Every single shot. Look at this. This is professional right here. 11 Pratt should sell because this agent did a great job representing this listing. Look at this. These photos are phenomenal. Every photo with, save a few, have water popping through where you see the Long Island Sound. So when we talk about the most expensive listings in Connecticut, most expensive listings in Lower Fairfield County, Connecticut, these are the aspects you should be looking at. One of a kind. There's only one view like this. That one view with those ships and that couple of rocks out there and looking out at the horizon, that is one specific and unique view to sell for $12 million. Pretty cool. Look at this, guys. Oh, I love this turret style here. Man, that is a beautiful, beautiful house, I have to say. And then you have your own dock here. You go out and list your ship out into the water. Listing, I think, isn't good, right? That's when it flips. You want to put it out. You want to. What do you say when you dock your boat? No, you shuttle. You're shuttling out on your boat. I have no idea. I'm not a boat guy. This is an example of a beautiful aerial shot. This is the type of shot I would shoot, because what you're looking at here is the expansiveness of your purchase. You see that you are the very end of this. I didn't realize that that's the case. Look at this right now, guys. This house right here, that's what you're buying. You're buying this house right here. At the end of, and just so you understand how this works, you come down here into what's called Norotan Bay. This is all Norotan Bay. This house right here, is it this one right here? I had this house on the market, and the homeowner screwed me over. I'd love to tell you that story. Remind me to tell you that story. This house right here, literally. I can't zoom in. But that house right there, I had it on $4 million, sold it to the people who eventually bought it, and the seller screwed me over and then sold it to them for $700,000 less than I had it for him at the time. And I never made anything for it. Totally screwed me over. And this is the life of a real estate agent. You need to understand that. Like, I do the work sometimes and people cut your throat. And that's what happens. And you'd think in a neighborhood like this, in a community like this, that people wouldn't do that to a hardworking real estate agent who at the time would wear a suit every single day. Whether it was 150 degrees out or whatever, I would have that suit on every single day. As a young agent, 28 years old, walking into a real estate office, everybody was like, "What are you doing?" We're all leaving, because the market had just crashed. And I was like, I'm going to learn the market while it's bad, and when it gets good, I'll be rocking and rolling. Well, we didn't see a good market for like 13 years. I was just hustling my ass off for 13 years. But this house right here, they screwed me over. That would have been a massive commission for me. And it still stings me to this day about that one. There's another one too in Fairfield that was very similar, right on the water, that the homeowner did the same thing after I basically had the deal in his hand and decided to, and I just had my baby, my third child. And so we talked while I was at the hospital. He goes, "Look, you're at the hospital. Let's talk, next week." I called him like 5 times next week. He never called me. He listed it with somebody else and sold it like a year and a half later. It's like, what an ass, but there's so many stories I could tell you where I sold properties and then I didn't wind up getting the commission. Or like I sold a property, for example, for $1,650,000 in New Canaan, and the homeowner wouldn't accept it. Like, he was on for $1,700,000, $1,699,000. He'd been on for like 7 or 8 years. Could never sell that home. I got $1,650,000 in his hand, and the people were like, "Yeah, we want to close a couple months. We'd be in there like 45 days, all done with this." And he drags his feet for like 2 weeks. He's like, "No, I'd never accept that. They need to come up to the full asking price." And we were at a time where nobody was paying full asking price. This is like 10 years ago. And you had to struggle to find buyers. And so I'm there hustling. I was there. My niece had her communion. My niece had her confirmation. And I had to leave the confirmation early to go to do an open house at this guy's house. That's how much of a jerk he was. I was like, "Look, my niece has her confirmation. I don't care. You have to do an open house every Sunday." I was a young agent. I was wearing a suit. And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do an open house every Sunday." And so I did it until I had that buyer come through eventually. But I remember I had to leave my niece's confirmation after the church. I went to the church and then I had to leave. I couldn't go and enjoy and spend time with my family. I had to go do an open house. And the guy screwed me over, cut my throat at the end. I remember I had 1 week left on the listing, and I get $1,650,000 in his hand. And I'm like, "This is great. I did the work, And he goes, "Nah, I don't think I'm ready to do that." And I'm like, "Well, look, buddy, clearly I'm bringing you offers that are pretty solid. Why don't we just continue going here?" Like, I have this philosophy. If someone's not getting the work done for you, and they're not bringing you anything to discuss, then okay, move on. But if someone's bringing you offers and showing up weekly for open houses, leaving their nieces confirmation to come to do your stupid freaking open house, which is a crap house clearly because it's been on for 9 years, you should say, "You know what, let me keep working with this guy. He's a hustler." Instead, he went through 7 more agents after me to eventually sell it for less. And that's happened so many times. I can't even tell you. It's just hilarious. But so there we go, Pratt Island. Whoa, look at that view. Looks pretty flat to me. I don't know. You're up there a couple hundred feet, but you should see something, right? I don't know. So guys, that right there is Pratt Island. Pretty cool, right? Barella, how are you? So good to see you, my brother. Renee Woods is here. Renee, how was that photo I put in the Facebook message. Is that all right? I'm not really sure. DM my brother. If you are out there and you're doing a lurkaroo, say hello. We're walking through the different listings here in Lower Fairfield County, Connecticut. We may move further up the line, maybe down into Westchester County, who knows. But right now I'm just showing you what are the most expensive homes on the market currently. And so you saw Pratt Island. Let's move away from Darien, move into Fairfield, Connecticut. This is actually my town. Like I said, Fairfield's interesting because, look, you have a property here for $12 million, but you can go down and I could find you property for $320,000 in Fairfield. There's so many different areas. This just happens to have those same elements. Waterfront, massive property, ridiculous house, you know? And there's two here. They're within $10,000 of each other. So let's look at both. 640 Sasco Hill. I know this house well. This is a beautiful, beautiful house. Let me go back to the top here. First, let's look at the detail here so you guys understand. Bilal, how are you, my friend? This right here is ridiculous. Like, what is that style? I don't even know. That's like French Normandy something. $12,989,000 for 640 Sasco Hill. If you'd like to see it, let me know and I'll set up an appointment. The taxes, this is per year, guys, per year. $173,313 per year. Per year. Gosh almighty. Just let's break that down for a second. Can we just look? Give me a calculator here. I need a calculator. Calculator. All right. So we're looking at 173,000, right? Why is this so massive? I don't need it to be that big. All right, there we go. $173,313 divided by 12. It's just $14,442.75 per month, guys. Right? You got that. Just sitting around, cold 15 grand just to pay the taxes. Gosh almighty, stupid rich. This is what we call stupid rich. Like, what is that? I got 15 grand a month sitting around to just pay for the taxes. Just gonna toss that over there to the town. This magnificent estate was designed by renowned architect Roger Ferris and boasts 5 levels of living on a spectacular water vista in Southport Harbor. That is kind of a unique aspect of this. It faces into Southport Harbor and it overlooks the golf course, the Fairfield Country Club, which is stunning. See right here, Country Club of Fairfield. So let's look at the photos of this. Let's see what we got here. I mean, the taxes are clearly probably scare people away. And plus, I mean, this is not my style of home, but you tell me what you think. I mean, it's white, it's open and bright, and that's actually not that bright. Look at this. It's like you have all this sunlight that's not even getting into the house. You notice that? This room's bright. That room, dark. This room, that's dark. Look at all the sun that's for some reason being blocked instead of coming through those windows gracefully. Can't figure that out. That seems pretty weird to me. What do you guys think about that? I think it's like a pretty dark room. Another one. There's so much sunlight, but maybe it's the angle that the sun comes in at this house that this is what you get. Either that or photographers should have done a better job on lighting. Dark kitchen, right? Cool. I could see some sort of weird, like European event going on at this place, where you pretend you're in Italy. Something like that. Oof. That's a lot of, look at that. That's a lot of wrought iron. I don't like wrought iron. I don't know about you guys. I'm not a wrought iron guy. So this is your view into Southport Harbor from what I assume is the master suite or the primary bedroom 2023. Look at that. That is a very interesting bathroom. I don't even know if this is a single piece. Look at this. One single piece or run. They all bent. This is pretty wild. That is pretty wild. I still don't like it, but it's pretty wild, to see that. Oh my gosh. Like I get dizzy in there or something, right? I don't know what do we like. What choice was this? Gosh almighty, look at that again. Who made this choice? Let's go and create like a cave. Let's create a cave shower. So when you go in there, you feel like you're in a caveman. Gosh almighty. Probably broke out all the stone from somewhere in the cave. Right? I mean, it seems like it. Look, this is a terrible bathroom. How much are they asking for this house? This is like, all right, when you're trying, I mean, I know this is a his and hers, so you had hers. This is her bathroom, and this is his bathroom. But, dude, really? This is your bathroom? You're going with that, like that, and then the tile on the walls, like, all the way up to the ceiling? All right, 12 mil? All right, they want 12 million for this. I don't even see anything, like, honestly, besides that one weird-looking vanity in there. Everything else is like, okay, normal crown molding, a little bend here. That's just a moldable crown molding. They sell that. You can buy that from a company. I remember seeing it when I worked for my father. Nice built-ins. I got to say, nice built-ins. Nice carpentry and built-ins right here for sure. They had a good carpenter do that. You can see, whoa, indoor pool in it. Indoor pool. We are live. Sharon, how are you? If you could join us on YouTube, just check out Mark Inspires TV on YouTube. And we're basically looking at the most expensive houses in Lower Fairfield, Connecticut right now. And you can see them live on YouTube. You just have to head there and type in Mark Inspires TV for this week. And we're looking at this indoor pool. This is pretty insane. Susan, you should come and check it out. We have Helen Gale Town. You know, look, hold on. I want to go back over. It's hard because I can't see anything until I go over here. We have Helen Gale Townsend here. We have Renee Woods here. We got Barella here. We've got DM Ryan here. There's a couple lurkers as well. So there's lurking going on. You could lurkaroo as well. Or you could join and you know, be a part of the show, interact. Even though while I'm walking through this, I can't see anything, unfortunately. So I'll get back to the chat in a minute. Look at this. First of all, I just want to go back to this one section here. All right, this is interesting. You could see all of that. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's from the backyard. I hate those shots. I mean, I guess it's better than, see, that's your views. I told you, golf course right there. It's pretty sweet. That's a decent shot. I like this one better, actually. That's cool. This one, too much white popping out of your face. So I just want to go back to interior. There's one shot here. Golf simulator, this one. Okay. I don't know. Like, this is like some Russian bath deal, you know? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, is this like, do they rent this space out to a Russian bath, you know, group? Like, that's what it seems like. All the style, or a Russian person owned this. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like it's got a Russian vibe to it.
Yes, I live there, a huge room. This was actually a squash court. You play squash, you play baseball, you play golf simulator.
Like, this is a squash court in the house. That's pretty sweet. Where the heck is that? Where did they build a squash court? Maybe it's in this like unit here. So anyway, that's $12 billion, guys. I got to ask you, Helen, what do you think of that for 12, you know? Renee, what do you think of that? Do you think that there's something there about the Russian, you know, oligarch vibe? I feel like it's got an oligarch vibe to it, you know? And if you're interested in the oligarch vibe, that's cool. Like, I'm not, you know, nothing against you on that, you know? It's just Tiffany, I'm not into it. Alun, I'm not into the, you know, Russian oligarch vibe when I'm buying and selling real estate. Of course, I would be happy to sell this house. I just think that the price is ridiculous right now. They already dropped $1 million. So this has been on for 218 days. It's down from 12,989,000 to 11,989,000. This is a bargain, guys, except you have to redo the whole thing because of the Russian oligarch vibe. But again, you could be a Russian oligarch and you're like, I'm moving to Fairfield, Connecticut. I'm doing that Russian oligarch home. You know, the one with the 5 stories that you have like the, you know, the machine gun terrace for a Scarface. Okay, I told you. Did you hear me? I got to shoot you from the terrace, man. Okay? And the Scarface is there now, it's part of the deal. I don't know if that's what you didn't realize that? That's why this is $12 million. You got to pay for Scarface security systems. You know, Tony Montana, he's on the balcony again. Hey, Manolo, I told you, just stay off the backyard, okay? When Scarface comes, you just have to be ready for it. So I want to thank you for being here. This is Real Estate Most Expensive Homes in Fairfield County, Connecticut, which if you don't know, this is the Gold Coast. They call it that for a reason. Ridiculous real estate. Greenwich, Connecticut. That is where the most expensive house is in Connecticut. So we're going to look at that in a few minutes. So do not go anywhere. We're working our way up. We're going town by town. So that was Sasko Hill. The next one, 1093 Pequot Avenue in Fairfield. This is just $10,000 more, guys. At $11 million, died. Now I want to tell you something real quick. Just look at this. This was a very, very smart move by the other agent. And there's a reason. For a buyer, it would be the reverse of what we're doing. When I go back and I look at what the most expensive home is, what you want to be is right underneath that guy. Or you want to figure out where the price points are and put yours as the first one people see. And this agent did that. Let me get back to it so we could see. All right, here we go. If you look here, you got Sasko Hill at $11,989,000, and right there is the most expensive house in Fairfield, $11,999. Now, there's 2 ways to look at this. I'm the most expensive house in Fairfield. Or buyers are looking at the market, and the first house they see is $10,000 less. I mean, you're talking about a $12 million house, $10,000 separating the two. These people undercut them. It's a very smart move. Now, Rick, I'm not surprised. Rick here, he owns a brokerage. He's been around for 50 years. So this is a trademark industry move that I would do. This is like an experience move. So let's see what this next property is. Again, 1093 Pequot Avenue. This is just 1 acre. $209,901 per year. That's roughly like $18,000 a month. I'm just guessing. Somewhere like $18,000 a month. That's nuts. That is nuts, guys. $18,000 a month just for taxes. Just for taxes. Unreal. Now, this has been on the market for 554 days, if you see that there. And this current run, it's been on for 49. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, $1 million price reduction. Motivated seller. Well, I'll tell you, you did a $1 million price reduction, but you're off by $10K. You should be lined up with the other people. You should have went to your clients right away and said, look, they undercut us by $10K. Why don't we undercut them by another 10? And just keep playing that game. If you're really motivated, don't be the most expensive house in Fairfield. That's just a little note to self here. So let's take a look at Pequot. This is a beautiful view. Wow. They should have gone infinity pool, you know? Like if you're going to be here and you're looking at the water and you don't do an infinity pool, I got a question. What are you thinking? You know? I'm just saying. That's just my perspective. Beautiful. Look at that view. Look at the beautiful kitchen here. I like this. I don't know how you get up to these cabinets. Like, I always wonder that with people. Like, I don't see the little stool. Is this a house for Wayne Doppler? Wembiyama? It could be a Wembiyama's house because that's for someone who's 7'4". Oof, I like that open floor plan. Look at this. This just kind of skirts into the dining room, and then beyond that you have this formal space, or maybe that's the family room. I think the family room should be this way, which makes sense. You kind of turn to your left, and your entire family room space is right there. Let's see if that's the case. They didn't show us a good look at that, huh? Mud room. Here's our dining. There's that little sitting area. Now we're looking across the sitting area. Whoever put these photos together is a moron. Like they walk us through right then left and right then left. Like, let's just look at this real quick. I always try to be seamless so you're walking through a house, okay? Look what they did. Hey guys, look, we're walking down. Now you're in the kitchen. Now you're looking back at the kitchen. Now I'm looking in that direction. Wouldn't you think you would then go down there to see that house? No, let's go to the mud, like little foyer mudroom area here. Like, I don't even know what the hell this is. This is a little wet pantry area. So you have a pantry, and then you have the wet bar over here, or dry bar. No, there's a wet bar because you got that over there. And then, okay, let's forget about that room we showed you. Forget about that room. Let's just go to the one behind me, which is this, and then that. Ugh. And then now let's skirt all the way across back to the room we showed you originally. They should spend 3 minutes and just adjust these photos. This is very nice, though. The house itself is beautiful. Look at those views, guys. Remember, if you're selling a house for $12 million and you're not showing this, you're not showing that, and that, like, what are you selling? And that, you're selling the water. And that, like, that's what we're looking at. That one I wouldn't even let, it's actually beautiful, but couldn't they open the windows so you could see the water through there? Just saying, play the game. There we go. Water. Beautiful rooms. Beautiful, beautiful rooms. Nice second floor foyer. I love these. Look at this. It's crazy, stupid money. All of these people. This is the third floor, guys. This is insane. Oh, I love that deck. Look at that second floor deck. You could pop out from the master here, from the primary. And you come out here and you have a barbecue on your own little second floor deck. Or maybe some coffee. You make a coffee in the morning out there. That's what I'd be doing. Yeah. What would you be doing? What would you be doing if you were out there? These prices sound like prices here in Colorado for maybe half the house. Is Colorado even more expensive, Borello? What's the craziest house in Colorado? I'm curious. I mean, I have to look at that after. I got to tell you, it is cold up here. My propane tank, I ran out of propane. I got to get more. It is cold. I think I'm going to put my jacket on in a few minutes here. All right, let's get into the next one. I want to see what you think of this. So, of course, Pequot, beautiful. $12 million. $12 million. So what's the next town up the line from Fairfield? Well, this is where we see the most expensive house. Should we go right to it? Let's just go right to it. So we're looking at right here, $35 million is the most expensive house in the market right now in Connecticut, or at least in Fairfield County. I did not look up the line to see if there's anything crazier than this. I will take a look. So $35 million, this is what you get at 45 Binney Lane. If you are a $35 million buyer, make sure you reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. Locate the house. If this one works for you or not, I'll go and start knocking on doors, $35 million doors. Yeah. Look, figure this house is worth about 72 mil. How about I give you 35? I got a guy. All you got to do is ask. I'll start knocking on those doors. There's a few $72 million ones here along the line. So Greenwich, Connecticut, if you don't know anything about Greenwich and Old Greenwich, two of the nicest places to ever live. The most amazing shopping center in downtown Greenwich. You've got Old Greenwich, which has its own little community, which is amazing. And you are very fortunate if you could live in either of these towns, but it's not that you're fortunate. You worked very hard. You have a lot of money for an invention or something to live in these towns. You work in finance. It's a very, very expensive town to live. Now, there's some areas you can get into, like if you get down closer to Byram, and which is basically almost New York, there's more affordable stuff. But you start getting towards the water here, you got properties, $35, $50, $70 million. Let's look at 45 Binney. Let's see what you think of it. Head over to YouTube to see this. Mark Inspires TV. Miranda, how are you? I hope you join us over there. We got a couple amazing group of people here. I think there's 6 million people here on the YouTube live right now, on YouTube TV, live Mark Inspires TV. And you could be 6 million and one. Just saying. It'd be pretty cool if you did that, Miranda. And all you have to do is type in Mark Inspires TV, because I'm blocked on Mark Inspires till Friday. You can't tell the news. Sometimes you can. But when you say things that have to do with things they don't like. $158 million or $158,000 a year. Now, look, I will say this. Greenwich has very, very low taxes. If you start thinking about it in the terms of what you're paying for your taxes each year, remember those other ones, $18,000 a month? This is $158,000. This is cheaper than both those houses, and it's almost 3 times the price. It is 3 times the price. So those were 12 million. This is 36, 35 million, and it's cheaper, 158,000. Still ridiculous. You're still talking about, $13,000 a month, but you got a $35 million house for $13,000 a month, as opposed to a $12 million house at $18,000 a month before you're paying for the $12 million house too. It's insane numbers. So Greenwich, the benefits are that $35 million house acts like a $20 million house in another town. I mean, seriously, if you think about it, it's like just the numbers. Deborah, how are you? So if you take a look closer, Amanda's asking, her clients are asking $35 million for this house. It has been on the market for 606 days. That's not a good sign. We're talking about almost 2 years in a row of it sitting there in what I could argue is the best market that we ever saw, where people were just throwing money out there to get out of the cities. Thank you, politicians. But, it also destroyed the world. I'm not into this house. I mean, 35 million for this look. I don't like that look. What do you guys think? These like tall windows, this weird contemporary vibe, but it's also like not that. I don't know. Let's take a look at the inside. It's nice, but it's like, I feel like they did this 12 years ago. And now it's like, okay, you have to make some changes. I would be all over that coffee machine. Just saying. If you guys don't know, you could buy me a coffee. That is a new thing. If you check my links on Mark Inspires TV, I added that one yesterday. And it's a way to support the show monthly or just to do a one-off, I think. I'm not really sure how it works, but I saw another creator who used that, and I thought it was pretty interesting because I do drink coffee as my only drink. I don't drink alcohol. I just like my coffee and sometimes a schmoothie. Pretty nice views. I just would never spend 35 mil on this, guys. Look at that bathroom. Hold on, no. Like this mirror was just like caked onto the wall. Like they decided not to put a frame on it, and let's go extremely minimalist. Yeah, I could tell, but you want 35 mil now. So like this is all basic. This is all basic stuff. Look at these cabinets. You're telling me you want 35 million for some like California closets, makeshift job here that they do in everybody's closet. Like there's nothing here, no crown molding. This another weird mirror over here. I think that's a mirror. Like what is that? This is $35 million in Greenwich, Connecticut, guys. And this is why this is the nicest room in the house. Clint Eastwood. I hope they just have him like there, He's just always on screen. Because that's the only redeeming quality of this house at this point. Look at this. I think those $12 million houses were nicer. This has a cottage or something. Oh no, that's the side of it. This is mental. So that's the problem, buddy, is you're overpriced by about 20 million bucks. All right. You are, right? Like 15, 18 million maybe. It's waterfront in Greenwich. I could see that. I don't know. I'm just joking. Maybe it's worth 35. It's worth 35 to somebody. It's worth 35 to that owner for sure. So just quickly to run through the highest sale in the last 90 days has been $10 million. This is interesting just to show you that the market is insane if you do have the right price. This was on at $9,750 and it went over by $250,000. That means somebody wanted, or is a bidding war, only on for 60 days. If you see this is back country. This is for a while. It was dead in the back country. All right, 550 Riversville. This is the same road we saw the house attached to the Great Wall of Greenwich, if you remember that from yesterday. So let's see what we have here. If you want to, please head over from TikTok to YouTube, type in Mark Inspires TV, and join us so you could see these properties, the most expensive properties in Fairfield County, but from a real estate agent's perspective. I'm not showing you Zillow. I'm not showing you anything you could see on the internet. You can't see what I'm showing you unless you're a real estate agent in Fairfield County, Connecticut. It's the only way you'll see what I'm showing you right now. So head over to YouTube, Mark Inspires TV, and this is the inside information that you only get if you go and you spend the time and get your real estate license. So we have $52,000 for this. $52,000 for taxes on this property here. It traded for it was on for $9,750. They got $10 million bucks. Let's just run through this real quick. Hold on, I hear something. I feel like hearing some noise. I mean, this is pretty, Someone wanted it enough to spend 10 mil on. It's beautiful. Beautiful home. $10 million home right here, Greenwich, Connecticut. So this gives you perspective. First of all, what people are willing to spend and what they expect when they're going to spend $10 million. You go to the other one that's like 35 million, you got to do everything over in it. It's amazing to me. Look at the ceiling in this. Ooh, I love that. You see that? That's done in geometric shapes are the hardest things to do when it comes to working in ceilings and different, like, you get these patterns that you work in, and it's so hard to get it right. You really need an artist for that. This was an artist who did this. It looks beautiful. And that, look at this beautiful coffered ceiling. This is stunning. Beautiful, beautiful home. I mean, I could see somebody would fall in love with this and say, I want to pay $250,000 more because I have stupid money. This is, I have a stupid money and I'm going to buy it house, you know. This is a bidding war. There's no way they just look at that. How many bottles of wine do you need? Freaking alky, you know. I'm going to have enough for the next year. That's your year's worth right there. You really have problems. I got the chip, you know, if you don't recall. Yeah. What was it? When did I do the chip thing? That was hilarious. Just remembered that. Helen, do you remember when I did that? About the chip? What was it? What story was I telling about that? Oh, it's a problem. Everything meshes together when you do this. You do it as long as you've been doing it. It's like all these different things that you do mesh together. I remember, and I built this whole bit about how I had the chip and not the drink. Oh, I was blamed for drinking by somebody. What was that bit I did? And the cop comes up to me and says, sir, was that last night or was that yesterday? I can't remember which part that was because I have to get that bit. That was pretty funny stuff. Let's see if I could drop that. So look at that wine cellar. Pretty cool. YouTube, Mark Inspires TV. You could see these things. Yeah, so $10 million. These people paid for it. Beautiful pool. Riversville. That's the most expensive trade in the last 60 days that I could see here. I want to just show you one more thing in Greenwich, Connecticut for $18.5 million, because this is more expensive than any other houses we saw prior. This is what $18.5 million gets you in Greenwich, Connecticut. YouTube, if you want to see it, Mark Inspires TV. Make sure you put the TV at the end for this next 5 days. $85,000 in taxes. Let's see what we got here. It's a home away from home. This is like, there's nobody else around you. I don't love that house, but look at this. I don't like marshland, but you got marshland, you got a pool, and then you got this walkout to, let's see what the views are. Does it show us our views? Nice, you got tennis court. Oh my goodness, a grass tennis court. That's pretty cool. And it's got that barn. Oh, this is sweet. This is your view there. So you're kind of tucked back if you see this. All of this is blocking your real view. Like, you want this view, you know, you want to be able to see that way. Yeah, I got over into here. I'm looking at marshland, but not that anybody could or would, but I would take away all of this and just be like, yeah, now we have more land to work with. First of all, they could start building more over here, but having views out to this water would be pretty cool. But anyway, that's $18 million here on Cobb Island Drive, number 7. Again, if you want to buy or sell any of these, or if you want to get in to see any of them, you just reach out to me and I'll do my best to set us up an appointment as soon as possible. We're moving into my town that I work. This is New Canaan, Connecticut. It is a very cool town. I actually went to school here, grew up here. My dad was a builder in New Canaan. And so basically I went to high school here and everything. And this is a pretty insane house. This is $15 million. Take a look at the detail. Look at the floors. Is that hardwood floor or what is this? No, it's like a tile or something. But take a look. I got to ask though, what is this stupid freaking couch back here? Like, what stupid couch? Like, who got that couch? That's the worst couch. I think that's like, what is that? Why wouldn't you move that for the photo? I don't know what that is. Let's see if there's another shot of it. Yeah, there's another shot. I think it's a set of couches. Terrible couches. Let's see what we have here. I want to look at those dumb couches. And I don't like that chandelier there. That's weird fluted glass. Again, I'm not buying it anyway. 15 mil. But this is beautiful stuff. Look at that glass that has the light illuminating from around it, where they use the LED lighting. I like stuff like that. That to me is very cool. That's a very interesting chandelier there. Wow, pinwheel. They did the pinwheel, Helen. You know, Barella, I wanted you to do the pinwheel. You could throw the axe at it. You know? I guess you weren't feeling it. That's a cool painting. You know, something that's interesting. like a really good tip if you're ever selling your house. You want to try to keep things that people are going to be enamored by out of eyesight. Like, you don't want them looking at your things. You want them looking at the house. I walk into this room, I'm looking at that painting. And yes, it works perfectly with this room. So it doesn't really deflect in this scenario. But when you see family photos and you see all kinds of clutter, you want to try to get that stuff cleared, because people can't see anything except for what they're zoned in on. If they're zoned in on you being a mess, or the place smells, or there's family pictures everywhere and they can't get focused on what they're there to buy, and they don't even feel like this could be theirs because somebody else has got their fingerprint everywhere, those aren't good things. You want to pull down as many personal items as you can when you're listing your home, to make sure you get those people in there feeling like they would when they live in it. You want them in there feeling like it's their place, get comfortable in that home. You want them to literally have them feel like this is our home. You go from looking at houses to finding your home. That's the threshold. I don't know if anybody realizes this, but like, if you realize, think about this for a second. You go out and you're looking, but you're looking at houses. But what you're really looking for is a home. So you're looking to sift through all of the houses to find your home. A home. This is very important when it comes to wording. You know, my old managers say, whenever you're speaking to someone who's selling their house, you never call it a home. I said, what? He goes, never call it a home. I said, what do you mean? He goes, it's always a house, because a house is impersonal, but the home, it's their home. And that's going to become a harder conversation. I never thought about the psychology behind that, but it's pretty clear. When you call something your home and you miss your home, it's my home. But when you have a house, just selling a house, you know? And I think that's very interesting. I just missed a call. I'm not sure if that was somebody specifically trying to ring or if it was just a spam call. But in general, that's what we have here. Pretty cool stuff. Michigan Road, $15 million. That's $121,000, which is insane per year. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, this is just an interesting look for me, even too, just to go back and refresh on what the newest and most expensive homes are. This one right here is Westport, Connecticut, $12,500,000. It's been on for 13 days. Just a quick look at it. You've got this beautiful stone wall here that keeps the sea out, you know, which is promising. You don't want it during a next storm like Sandy, Hurricane Sandy or Irene, taking this house out. It was beautiful. This is beautiful. Wow. So that's your view. That is your view. That's pretty cool. It's got a pool and a sauna, or a spa. Nice views to the backyard. Nice, and lots of natural light in this one, right? You could see that just, it's all pouring in, which is beautiful. Oh, I love this. I don't know why I love like outdoor overhang type of decks above where you could see out, and if it's raining, you could still sit here and enjoy it, you know? Such a cool thing. Yeah. They have a movie theater as well, and a cool bar. I think that's basically it. Let's see some bedroom stuff. Nice house. Nice house, guys. What do you think about that? Do you enjoy this? Do you enjoy seeing... DM says he's enjoying it. I'm glad you enjoy this. I can see Barella throwing axes at it. Helen, you're hilarious. So let me see if I can very quickly... We're going to do this. Very quickly, I'll close that out and see if we can get open. And again, I'm cold. I may have to put my jacket on. This is so crazy. Let's just go do a couple minutes of the news. Let's see what's going on in the news today. Where are we, Joanne? Uh-oh. There goes my camera. We'll be back later, but this was just an interesting look at the most expensive homes in Fairfield County. And I enjoyed the look, and hopefully we can do more stuff like that. I wouldn't mind doing with the least expensive houses. Like, we could really just kind of shift around and do all kinds of stuff like this, but looking in the back end and seeing from a real estate perspective, I think is kind of cool. Let's see what's in the news. Deadly drone strike. Biden has decided how to respond. It was with a diaper full of poop. A first human patient has brain chip in, oh my goodness, Elon Musk's Neuralink implants brain chip in its first human. This is it, guys. It's begun. Transhumanism. The first human patient has received an implant from brain chip startup Neuralink on Sunday and is recovering well, the company's billionaire founder Elon Musk said. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection, Musk said in a post on social media platform X on Monday. Spikes are activity by neurons, which the National Institute of Health describes as cells to use electrical and chemical signals to send information around the brain and to the body. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has given the company clearance last year to conduct its first trial to test its implants on humans. Who's the guy? Oh, hold on a second. Sorry. Can't find my phone. Where did my phone go? Had a phone and now, oh, there it is. Yeah. No, this is Mark. Oh. Yeah, no, tell me more. Cyborg? Yeah, no, I'm down with cyborg stuff. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking you put 2 chips in. How about that? One for my left brain, one for my right. So we could double decker it when you guys figure out how to tap in, you know? No, I don't care about the potential side effects. I'm thinking about the effects. I want to be able to, touch things and electrocute them and be able to read people's minds. I could do that, right? With the Neuralink. Excuse me, man. When I saw the symposium from your founder and leader, Elon Musk, he said that you'll be able to read the minds of any human being when you do the Neuralink. Plus, they'll be able to search the internet in real time. Yeah, no, yes, we agree on that one. Yeah, no. So when am I scheduled? Like, can we do it sooner than later? Like, I'm down. I could just swing over right now. I'll even shave my head. You want me to shave my head, or are you guys doing the shaving? Just let me know. Send me a text. Let me know if you're doing the shaving or if I'm doing the shaving. Either way, someone's got to shave the nog to get that Neuralink into my head, right? We're putting the chip in. You're connecting it. I'm electrocuting people, reading minds, searching the internet. No, ma'am, I wouldn't be searching up anything like that. Now you got me thinking, though. Like, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Some people say it's flat. I haven't figured that out yet. I'll look into it, though. Maybe with the Neuralink implant, I'll be able to actually get to the bottom of the truth. Yeah, I'll access CIA documents, right? FBI. Yeah. No, of course. No, I'm joking, of course. Yeah. And no, you're not even on the phone. I'm talking to nobody. It's like sometimes you got to be ready for the spikes, the activity. This guy's ready over here.
Elon has full control of XAI, and he wants to build his breast products and services under his full control and not for Tesla.
Guys, he wants to build his breast products. I think that's fine if you want to build breast products like that. You could do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that per se.
Shareholders, even though he owns and controls the company.
He does own and control the company. And Neuralink would be called telepathy. Hold on. I was joking, but I think this is okay. Let's see what he actually says over here. The study uses a robot to surgically place a brain-computer interface, a BCI, in case you were wondering, implant in the region of the brain that controls the intention to move. Neuralink said previously, adding that its initial goal is to enable people to control a computer cursor or keyboard using their thoughts alone. The implant's ultra-fine threads help transmit signals in participants' brains. The first product from Neuralink would be called telepathy, Musk said in a separate post on X. The startup's prime study is a trial for the wireless brain-computer interface to evaluate the safety of the implant and surgical reboot. Neuralink did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for further details. The company has faced calls for scrutiny regarding its safety protocols. Reuters reported earlier this month that the company was fined for violating the U.S. Department of Transportation rules regarding the movement of hazardous materials. So anyway, hello? Yeah, no, I said I'm down with the Neuralink. Sometimes they have to double check for legal reasons, I told them I'm down. You sign me up. I'll be the first. They're talking about me. I was the guy, ready to go. So Neuralink, it's happening, guys. Are you excited or are you nervous? What do you think? Tell me what you think. Seriously, I want to know. Are you nervous about Neuralink like I am? This is, first of all, if you think about the implications here and the potential, future goals of having these implants, it's not for any other reason than to create superhumans. And that's like so against what God intended when he created us, to have us start messing with our DNA and putting in implants. That's nuts. But Elon Musk is doing it. Good for you, buddy. Video terrorist unbelievable actions at the edge of a rock formation at National Park sparks fury online. Gosh almighty. This is just crazy. Too much stuff going on in the world. People are nuts. People are nuts. So I think that's probably enough for the news, I will be back later on when we do it again, or at least the music. Like these people, all they could do is talk about the former president. It's so weird. Amanda Davies, One Life to Live alum and daughter of soap legend Eliza Slezak, dead at 42. Jeez. That's so sad. Sixth grader who carried out Slender Man stabbing is now 21 and wants freedom. What the is going on with people, Absolutely nuts. I did a story on this. If you guys didn't see, it's premiering again today. A passenger caused fighter jets to flank an airliner after he privately joked about blowing up the plane, was cleared and avoided a $120,000 bill. I didn't know that he was cleared. I have to do a follow-up story on this, guys. Hold on. Spanish judge cleared Aditya Verma of the public disorder charge on Thursday. He had joked about knocking the plane out of the sky with his Adidas-ness, his hilarity, Baldwin, and he was faced with having to pay a $120,000 fine after the fighter jets were scrambled. But the judge said, Verma, we knew you were joking. He could not even remotely assume his Snapchat message would cause such drama. An airline passenger made the joke. Yeah, we know. He's been cleared of the potential $120,000 bill. Aditya Verma, the Verminator, some people call him, was 18 when he traveled from London to Spain for a vacation with friends. We already covered this in the story you're going to see at 3 o'clock today. So make sure you head to YouTube, Mark Inspires TV, to watch it. And I think that's basically all I can do here. We know that he has been charged, but now he's been cleared. And unfortunately, I didn't even have that on the screen. Did I? Maybe I did. I don't know. Unfortunately, I have to get going. Phone calls are coming. Real estate is a call-in. And it was a show. We had a good time. I had a good time. I hope you did too. If you can head over to YouTube and join us, I'll be back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. And over here, my family and friends on YouTube. Helen Gale, you're amazing. DM Ryan, you are amazing. Renee Woods, you are amazing. Barella, amazing. And if you're out there doing a lurkaroo and I don't see you, you're amazing. Over here on TikTok, just so you know. Z Premier is amazing. He's hanging out with me. He's my friend. NY Kelly, LP, LPT4XB. Lepidacfragnaber. So I think that's how you say that. Thank you for being here. Join us on YouTube when we do it again later, and it's going to be just about 10 hours from now. No, 8 hours from now. Something like that. 2 premieres. Hello. Wait a second. There's a premiere right now? Is that right? I hope it isn't premiering right now, because that would be confusing. It's supposed to be after this. Let me see what time it's premiering. Okay, it's premiering at... Hold on. Hammerlin Jameson's premiering soon. Let's see when.
Hammer!
He's on right now!
Friggin' Kate!
All right, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to give this to you.
And just
go watch this,
fly.
please.
You like to fly on a nightly basis with your stupid friggin' Hammerlin Jameson. Oh, yeah, my family is the one who gave me the keg. And they're like, here, Hammer, and drink it.
All right, go over and watch that. It is premiering right now. I will see you a little later. Thanks, guys. Oh, my goodness. Hammer Jammer. Woo! YouTube it. You guys are awesome. See you in a little while. I guess a double decker on that here. You got to go away. Until later. Lots more coming at you. So thank you. Thanks for joining and have an awesome day. Check out Hammerlin Jameson for a laugh. See you in a little bit. You got to go away. You got to go away. Yeah.